out here after 30 years, yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Yeah, man, I just said I'm just gonna take mine back, man, and that's just what I set out to do, because I was embarrassed that I lost my stuff, number one, and number two, I couldn't get it out of my mind. I had made my mind feel like some type of way, somehow they cheated me. So I made my mind believe that, whether it was true or not. And the fact is, like I say, my pride, I just couldn't accept losing my stuff that my people had sent me. So I'm like, man, nah, I can't. I'm whatever gonna come behind it, that's what's gonna come behind it. But I'm definitely gonna take my stuff back. So all that night, I went to sleep. I couldn't sleep, man. I kept thinking about it. I was going over it in my head, how I was going to do it, how I was going to go down. Now, I've told this story so many times to people, you know what I'm saying, to my family or other people, that I don't know if I told this on my show or not before, but if you heard it before, you already know, you know what I'm saying, because this was a crazy incident, and turned into some crazy events after. But what happened was, I knew the dude slept right beside me, right? They ran the game and had all the stuff. So I knew that he didn't go to breakfast just like I didn't go to breakfast. So my plan was, when they go to breakfast, I was going to go in there and get my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just let me see it. I just had to know where it was, because he had a lot of stuff in there. He had a lot of stuff going on. He ran a whole little enterprise in there. He wasn't built like that though. He wasn't no gorilla, but he had a dude in the cell with him that was his homeboy. He was supposed to be the enforcer. You know, he had been locked up for a body. He had killed somebody before, got out, did about 10, 11 years, got out, came back with another body. So, you know, he got that little stuff under his belt, so dudes was a little leery of him. So he's supposed to be the muscle, that's his selling. But I won't trip in either kind of way. I just wanted my stuff back, and whatever was going to go down with that, that's what it was. So I go in there the next morning when everybody go to breakfast, he up in there, so I go to him and holler at him. I say, look, let me see my stuff, man, so I can put my name on it, you know, with a permanent marker, to make sure you don't try to get my stuff where I'm gonna get you the money, you know, next week or whatever. He was like, man, I ain't gonna sell your stuff, man. I said, man, let me see my stuff. Let me put my name on my stuff, you know what I'm saying, for my own benefit. So I just wanted him to show me where it was, because I ain't gonna get in no tussle and all this, and I don't know what my stuff at. It defeat the purpose. Police come running in there and I ain't even getting nothing to get my stuff back. So he break out my stuff and give it to me, show it to me, got all my stuff in a big old laundry bag. So I sat down and started looking through it. He acting all casual, sitting in there watching the TV while I'm looking all through my stuff. I was just making sure everything was in there. Once I made sure everything was in there, man, it ain't funny, but it's just seemed funny in retrospect. I just simply picked the bag up and walked out the cell. So when I walk out the cell, like I say, the cell is right beside mine. So I walk out and walk in my cell, and before I could get in there and put the bag down, I was gonna put the bag down and go back in and, you know, give him my spiel, whatever. Before I could put the bag down, he jumped on my back. Right, he done ran in the cell. What you doing, man? What you doing? Bring that stuff back. So I buck, boom, get him up off my back, turn around on him, hit him one time. He fall on out the door, get up, run in the cell. So I go in the cell behind him. I'm like, what's up? He's like, man, what you doing? What you doing? You trying to take my stuff? You trying to rob me? I said, man, shut up. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, oh, okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So then my whole attitude changed, you know. So my whole attitude changed then, because like I said, when you're going into war prepared to win. So I already knew what I was doing was out of bounds, so I ain't know what might come with it. So I got that Bethlehem on me. You did. So I pull it out. You know, and you usually don't pull that out unless you get ready to get some blood on it. And that was my intentions if he ain't act right. So I pulled it out at the time. I said, just shut up, man. Matter of fact, just give me everything. I want all your stuff, you know. So now I turned this into a robbery when I'm just supposed to be taking my stuff back. So he told me, so what? I said, if I ask you again, you know what it is. So he just took the key off and he threw it to me. He said, that's the key to the locker, man. I'm like, I almost hit him then just out of anger for him throwing the key to me, which I'm glad I didn't. But anyway, I bust open the locker, started taking stuff, putting it in the laundry bag, man. He had cigarettes and cartons of cigarettes after cartons. I'm taking stuff, and I just bag up about 2 or 3 bags, and I walk out the cell, and I go drop it in my cell, and I come right back in there, and then I tell him, I said, look, I ain't taking nothing else. I took that, though. You know what I'm saying? I said, if you got a problem with me, You can do something or you can leave it alone. I said, but you can go tell all your friends and try to get other people involved, and the first person I'm coming at is you. You gonna be the first one. So whatever go down, I'm gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, don't worry about it. I said, what you saying? You know, and he was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So I said, okay, I done told you that. So I leave. I go back in my cell, push all this stuff up, start putting stuff in the locker. Then I come back out the cell and lean on the rail and start drinking me my morning coffee, waiting for them to come back from breakfast. So when they coming back from breakfast, I see people start filing in, and I'm leaning on the rail. Like I say I ain't no more than 5 feet apart. So I see his celly coming up, and his celly come up, bend the corner, coming down towards our way. He looked right at me and speak to me. What's up, man? I said, what's up? He go in the cell. Now I'm so close to the cell, I can hear little voices. I can't make out everything, but I do make out, I heard his voice raise and say, what? He came in here? Oh no, I don't play that. No, he don't be coming up in my cell. So he come busting out the cell. So when he come out the cell, he walking so fast and aggressive. I just turn to him and look straight at him, and I square him up. He tell me, so, man, what you doing going to my cell? I said, man, get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? He said, what you doing going to my cell? I said, man, F you. You know, so he tried to act like he was going to charge him. Boop, boop, hit him, drop him, bang. He fall down, he get up, he get ready to come at me again. The dudes is coming in the block down at the bottom. So my homeboys them look up there and see us squared up. So my homeboy like, man, what's up? You all right? I said, I'm good, man. So he used that as an excuse. So he looked at them and said, oh, so what, y'all gonna jump me? I said, ain't nobody gonna jump me. You trying to deal with me, you can deal with me. You know what I'm saying? He talking about, no, y'all gonna jump. I pulled the Bethlehem out, throw it in the cell. I said, I don't need none of that. You trying to see me? Come on with it. He said, don't worry about it. Boom. He don't even go in the cell. He go straight down the jump, go right down the stairs, go right past my homeboys and his, and walk right out the block, right? So I know what that means, you know what I'm saying? So he going out the block. Now what I should have did in retrospect then, I should have went in his cell and crushed his cell. That's what I should have did. But I didn't, because my mind was still reeling. You know, then my homeboys, them come up there and ask, man, what's going on? What's happening? I'm like, it ain't nothing, man. I'm good, you know. Because I don't be wanting people to get into my ish, because I know when I'm into my ish, it ain't no telling what I might do. Especially at that time and in my frame of mind back then, I didn't care. So it didn't matter, you know, what I might do. You know, I know it won't, you know, anything was on the table. So I ain't want people involved in that, especially because of me. So, man, sure enough, man, it won't no more than, man, about 15 minutes later, he come back and you can hear the volume of people coming. They trying to pile up in the block. He the one that got 40, 50 people. So they trying to come up in there. I don't know what they thought it was going to do, because I had that Bethlehem on me. It won't going to be pretty, and it definitely won't going to be easy. So I'm quite sure some of them had it too, but it won't be easy. You ain't going to just run into it or do nothing to me. But they try to come in there so many, and they don't even supposed to be in the block. It brought the attention to the lady in the booth, and she seen it, and she was like, hey, what are y'all doing here? Y'all don't sleep in here. Get out here. And she called the code, said 10:33, tell y'all better get out here. So they stopped and started turning around and leave. I'm out there telling them, come on outside, man. You want to rob somebody? Come on up outside. We going to do this to you. We going to do that to you. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting them the bird. You know what I'm saying? You ain't do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? They like, all right, come outside. So they leave up out there and everything, right? So he comes up and he going to his cell. I'm like, oh, so you done went and went and got your little army or something. He like, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. You did what you did. I'm like, man, you know, you a B, man. You straight up. That's what you is. So he was like, all right. He go in the cell and lock in the cell. So my homies, them hollering at me. They like, man, them Bama's deep, man. They deep out there. Don't go outside. So we can handle them. Don't make them come to us, right? I'm like, man, I'm going outside. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from going outside. I'm going outside, you know. So they was like, man, we going with you if you going, young. But I'm telling you, it's best if you get them to come here. I'm telling them, look, I don't want y'all to get involved with this, man. Don't, you know, put yourself in this situation. And they were like, man, you don't even know what you dealing with, y'all. These dudes so deep, man. You get outside, it might be 100 dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, 100 dudes for what? You know, it might be 100. I'm young in my bit. I'm green. I don't know. You know, they coming like this. I don't even know that this is real. So, and I won't trip it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, I ain't tripping up to you. They tell me, man, we coming out there with you. So, sure enough, later on, rec come. We go outside for rec. Man, we go all the way back to the weight pal. We get on the weight pal. So let's go to the weight pal because we get to the weight pal. You know, we got some weights over there. We got little collars to go on the weights. You got the little 10-pound weights. You got a lot of weapons on the weight pal. And it's a confined environment. It's a small cage where if you got to come through the cage to get in. And when you in there and you caged in. So it's a small area where you can control what's going on. Man, sure enough, them dudes come out there, man. If it want 100, it look like 100. If it want 100, it look like 100. You did, and this is what's crazy. The dude who it all started, he ain't even out there. You see what I'm saying? He ain't even out there. The dude who I took the stuff from, he ain't even out there. You know. But anyway, they come out there, man. They come on the weight pal. They come over there, act like they trying to politic. I mean, like, what's up, man? You know, you robbed the homie, man. You know what I'm saying? You lost fair and square. You gonna go try to rob the homie, man. We don't, you know, you got to get all that back. I'm like, I ain't getting nothing back. Period. That's a dead issue. We can go from there because I ain't getting nothing back. So they tell me, oh no, you got to get it, man. I ain't giving nothing back. So then my homeboy, I got one homeboy, he's retarded. His name Mayo. He's speaking up. He always speak up when he ain't got no business speaking up, but he trying to take over the situation. He like, man, homie said he ain't getting nothing back, man. Y'all want to do something, man, bust a move. We ain't got time for all that talking. Then he talking about, you know, like I say 80, 100 dudes. It's like about 12, 15 of us. So they tell me, man, man, shut up, man. Who you talking to? And next thing you know, Mayo done slapped the dude with a 10-pound weight. Pow! So that was it. All hell broke loose. Now, everybody done whipped out the Bethlehem. Everybody got weights and weapons, and dudes is fighting. Dudes is getting poked. Dudes is getting their head bust. Dudes is getting knocked out. It's just chaos, pure chaos out this joint. All over the situation from that morning. All is just crazy. So, man, it just gets so hectic, man. The people in the booth started hollering. They started acting like they give me the shoot. They done called the 1033. They done told the yard to get in. Everybody, the police coming running out here. Dudes get locked up. Dudes get charges. I'm one of them. Dudes get charges. Dudes get locked up. All types of chaos, man. Dudes go to the hospital. Dudes had to take medical runs. All of this over this incident, right? And now I'm in a hole. I'm facing charges, this, that, and the third. I end up staying back there for some months. At the time, it won't easy to get transferred. It won't easy to get moved. They won't move me. They won't transfer me. So I got to ride it out back there in the hole. And then for however long they need me to stay back there for the investigation, for the charge. And then when that's over, I can't even get back out on the yard now because you got all these dudes that's supposed to be from this certain area saying that if I come out on the yard, they're going to kill me, right? If I hit the yard, they're going to kill me. This, I don't know, sometimes that be a ploy. Sometimes they really don't want you back out there because if you was going to kill me, why would you alert the people that you going to kill me instead of just letting me come out there and just go ahead on and kill me? You know what I'm saying? But the administration, they got wind that if I come on the yard, then I'm going to die. So now it's their job to try to protect their institution and protect their job by not putting me in a dangerous situation that they know that's already dangerous for me. So the only recourse for that is to come to me and say, you keep asking to get out, but we cannot let you out because it's not in your best interest or safety to let you out. Now, if you persistent in wanting to get out, we cannot hold you back here against your will because you don't have any charges. But in order for us to let you out, you would have to sign this piece of paper saying that you relinquish all rights for us to be responsible for what happened to you if you go out there. You basically saying that you put your life in your own hands and the institution is not at fault because we have warned you that if you go out there, your life is in danger, and you saying that you don't care. I had to sign one of those. I said, give it to me. Give it to me, you know what I'm saying? So they bring me the paperwork. I signed the paperwork. A couple of days later, after I've been back there for a minute, I get out. Now, I get out. My number one agenda is knowing what's going on, knowing what the playing field is put my hand on that Bethlehem ASAP. I need that with me just like I need air. Because I don't know what's going on. I don't know how they coming, if they coming, or when they coming. But I know when they come, I want to be ready. So I get that ASAP, you know. And once I got that in my hand, man, listen, I'm not invincible, but with that, I felt invincible because I know I ain't got eyes behind the back of my head, but I do know that if I keep my back against the wall, I keep looking, anything coming forward gonna have some problems. So I do know and always knew no man want to die, no matter who you is. You don't want to die. I don't want to die. So when you know you dealing with death and it's gonna be death you got to come with, then I ain't tripping because I know what I'm gonna do if you come try to hurt me. So they know what I'm gonna do if they come try to hurt me. So if they couldn't sneak up behind me, I really won't trip. And I always try to keep my head on a swivel. So I really won't trip. And as long as I had something with me, I won't trip. And so I get out and I'm looking for anything and anybody to approach me in any kind of way because I'm prepared. I'm already ready because I know what the playing field is. I know what I've been told and I know what I've been warned what's going on. So, dudes, I see them mean mugging me. They looking at me funny or whatever, but ain't nobody approach me and ain't nobody saying nothing to me. A couple of my homies will pull up on me like, man, you all right? I'm like, I'm good. Say, yeah, man, we heard dudes whispering, talking about this, that, and the third. I said, yeah, well, you let them know I'm here. I'm here. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is going to be, it's going to be. But I say all that to say this, like I say, that story is kind of deep. I don't want to get into it because I say there's a lot of moving parts in it and a lot of people was involved in it. A lot of people that I may run into or deal with right now. You know what I'm saying? And there's no animosity because the crazy part about it is all the way up until re-entry, man. I'm actually in re-entry. And I never even saw the dude again, the other one, the dude that I actually robbed, I saw him again in prison. And it wasn't no beef. It was years later and we spoke. We won't nothing like me, kumbaya now, but we spoke and that was it. And then like I say, he ain't had the kahunas anyway. He sent the army at me. He had the power to do that, but he ain't had the kahunas to come at me himself. So I seen him and like I said, but the actual dude that was his seller, that was an enforcer, the badass, he was the one that had the body. Now check this out. Now this is the dynamics too. He had the body. He had a body. He had killed somebody. Did like 10, 11 years. Got out, came back for another body. Do you know that this dude actually did about 12 more years for that body and went home again? He went home for 2 different murders before I even got home. You understand me? Yeah, before I even got home. So the irony in this is I never saw him no more until I was in re-entry, coming home. When I was in re-entry, I was actually in this block and he was in that block, the block right beside me. So we go to breakfast in the morning in re-entry. I can remember seeing me look the older and everything, but I never forget a face. And you got to think that it's 30 years ago. So I looked at him and I said, man, I know this dude, man. And I was telling my homeboy, I said, I know this cat right here, dog. You know what I'm saying? He was like, where you know him from? I said, I can't place it. But I do know I know him because it had been so many years in that incident and I went around him. But I knew him. I locked in because I always look and notice because I had so many different beefs during my time that I always be surveying my area all the time. And I seen him. I knew him. So we go to breakfast like 2 times because I was on a special diet at that time. It's called a common fare diet where you only eat certain things. And most of the time it's a Muslim diet or they mostly on it in there so they could just eat healthy. I got on it so I could eat healthy. So the dude was a Muslim at the time. Now he's a Muslim. He wasn't a Muslim back then, but he was a Muslim. So he was going to eat the common fare diet early in the morning. So that's how I kept seeing him. So then one day I seen him lock eyes with me as I'm locking eyes with him. So he looked right at me and I looked right at him and he said, Bank. And I said, yeah, what's up? And when he said it, from my look at his face and then the voice, I knew who he was. I knew it just popped back into me just like that. I said, what's up? He was like, what's up, man? God, it's a long time. I said, yeah. So he got his tray and he came over and sat down with me. He was like, man, will you get ready to leave? I said, yeah. He said, I said, will you just get ready to leave too? He said, nah, man, I done been home and came back, man. He said, I'm on a violation right now, just driving stuff, man. He said, man, people gave me 4 years on a violation. He said, I'm getting ready to go back out there again, though I finished the 4, But I said, so from way back then, you been home? He said, man, I've been home years ago. I've been on the street about 12 years. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah. So he said, you ain't been home? I said, man, I ain't been home yet. This is my first time ever getting ready to go on the street, though. He said, you ain't been home since way back in the day on the gut. I said, nah, bro. He said, damn. He said, I've been gone 33 years, bro. He was like, dang, that's crazy, yo. He said, yeah, I've been home twice, man. It's just a violation. So we sitting there having a regular conversation. After all of this chaos that happened between us years and decades ago, it's penitentiary stuff, though. That's why I ain't saying, like, names and all that, then because we out here in the street, that's penitentiary stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I don't bring that out here and stir up no more emotions. But everything that I say is actual and factual. And they know that if they watching this, they know I'm not, putting on, or I'm not exaggerating. This is what went down. But anyway, I say that to say this. We had a decent conversation, man. There won't no animosity, won't no beef or nothing. He told me little things about him. I told him, how my journey been and whatever, right? But anyway, I say all that to say these are the occurrences that happen with gambling. All of this stuff all these are deadly encounters. All these could have ended in lives being lost. Maiming, losing the body parts, eyes and kidneys and colostomy bag. All of this stuff happens. And people still gamble, man. They still push the envelope, and I was one of them. Like I told you, that was 30-something years ago. I just stopped gambling like in 2013, 14. And countless of other events happened in between them. In between those. You see what I'm saying? So you can imagine when I say, that's why I say, man, I'm mightily blessed, man. Been mightily blessed. I used to say lucky, but it ain't luck because luck is God. And like I said, my life have been on the line several times. And people's life have been on the line messing with me several times. You see what I'm saying? So by the grace of God, it didn't happen. I didn't have to take nobody's life, and ain't nobody take mine. But a lot of other things happened in between, But it all came from being in that environment, man, that gambling environment, man. It was a deadly environment, man, and it was crazy the way things went down and how they shook out because, like I say, when you in there, anything can happen with that gambling. You find somebody cheating or like Troop. Y'all remember Troop? If you go back and look at my YouTube, when I first started my YouTube on my channel, not the APS, the first story I did was about my homeboy named Troop. So y'all go back and look at that video and you will see what I'm talking about. That's the first story I did, the first story time, and it was about my homeboy, man, Troop, man. Shout out to Troop. I'm trying to get him down here and there to do an interview and to recap about that story. But that was the first story I did on my YouTube channel, man. And it was about when a dude cheated Troop in gambling and beat him out some money. And he went to get that money back in blood. And I was the one who held him down. And I ended up getting late for that. But Troop ended up putting that Bethlehem in that boy, man, about 19, 20 sometimes. Almost took him away from it. And if I don't stop him, that dude be dead today. He be dead today if I don't stop Troop. And then he turned around when it came time to go to court and stuff like that. He didn't even want to save me when I saved him. He didn't want to tell the people I ain't had nothing to do with it. He could have simply said I ain't had nothing to do with it, but he didn't. He refused to say that. He said we came together. You see what I'm saying? But when I'm the one who actually stopped Troop from actually taking him off this earth. And like I say, it's a perpetual cycle because years later, Troop on the street, he on the street, I'm still in the penitentiary. And years later, I run into his nephew who's in the block with me and is cool with me, and I have no idea that his nephew, except for one night he started telling the story, and he said, yeah, man, years ago, my uncle was up here, and dude stabbed him to death, almost killed him, man. Stabbed him so many times, man, he got home, he got stab wounds all over his body, and he told me he got stabbed up here. He said, I think this is the block he got stabbed in. And I'm sitting right beside him, and I know the incident because I was involved in the incident. And it was just crazy. And I'm sitting there and I asked him, I said, man, what your uncle name was? And he said it, and it was him, and it was the incident, and I didn't even know what to do. I was just like, wow, that's crazy. You see what I'm saying? So like I say, you could do things in penitentiary and you could get away, and you never know, it might come back on. He could have been a dude who knew it was me, or somebody could have told him it was me, and he could have snuck up on me and tried to do something to me to avenge his uncle. All of these are dynamics that happen when you're in prison, man. That's why I say you just in a powder keg of danger, man, at all times, and you don't even realize it when you're in it just because you're in it. You know what I'm saying? But man, it could go down at any time. That's why people be paranoid. That's why people be on pins and needles when they out here or when they go into places and they got a little PTSD because they be moving around, because I come from out of that environment, man, where it can go down at any time. And you don't know, especially after you done built up years and decades of petty beefs and animosity and fights and stuff. You don't know who's who people. Oh, that's such and such, man, right there. That's Banky, man. Yeah, he the one who knocked your brother out on such and such. Oh, that, you know, and you don't know where it's coming from because you don't know who see you first, or you see that you don't know, or who you see that you see and don't know that they some kin to somebody who you had some problems with. How are you to know that? You not. They have the advantage on you because they know who you are, but you don't know who they are. So, you know, it's prison, man. It's prison. And like I say, gambling, man, it facilitates all of that. All of that. Because dudes will find, like I say, Troop did that to old boy because he knew how to cheat. He knew how to mock the cards. The dudes are so ingenious, man. They can mock the cards and you not even know they mock, or you dealing the cards and they know everything you got in your hand and you have no clue. It's just oblivious to you. But they know everything, and they're sitting there looking at your hand and can tell you what you got and know if you bluffing or not. So they always going to win, and you've gotten yourself into something that is a no-win situation. So you basically just giving your money away. So what do you do when you find that out? Yeah, it's blood time. I mean, what else can you do? You know, so it's just crazy. That's the situation the Troop was in, and I happened to be with him. But like I say, dudes come with all types of game in that poker, man. I mean, ingenious game. I knew one dude, man, he actually used to sit down and run poker games. And he had already bought like 2 decks of cards. And he has taken a razor blade and surgically opened the cards up and took every card out and mocked each and every one of them. Put them back in the box, sealed the box back up, take the 2 decks of cards, give them to another dude, pay the other dude to wait till the game is in full bloom, maybe an hour in the game, and come to the table and suggest, somebody give me a good deal for these 2 decks of cards, I don't need them. And then he would casually buy them, bust them open at the table and introduce the new cards into the game. Like, hey, we got some new cards, fellas. And they knew, everybody see, he just bought them, everybody see him, just open the box. No one is suspecting that they mocked. That's the ingenious stuff of what dudes do in prison to get over. You understand? But once found out, deadly game, man. Everybody who lost money want their money back, and they want it back in blood. So dudes notice and still take that chance because they feel like they can get away. They feel like they can outsmart you. They feel like they can just pull it off. So that's the thing I can suggest to hospital.
The bacon special. Yeah, pure delicious. Pure deliciousness. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me
already
Banky.
in prison. Odds are already against you. And you don't need that. If you
I'm coming out here after 30 years. I ain't got nothing, but I'm going to have something.
I implore you
I'm
now
rich
to
in
not
personality.
pick up that habit.
You know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
How bad you think you are. This habit right here can end you at any time and anybody else. Because like I say, when you dealing with those type of emotions and you dealing with those type of characters and that breed that it brings, it ain't nothing guaranteed. Not a thing. Not a thing, brother. So anyway, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I got several more. I can keep going on with this. I will see how these videos go. If they go well, y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want some more of these stories. I got plenty of them. I got the stories I can tell you about when I had my greatest poker moment, my greatest poker hand. Other events that happened to me when I clashed with the police myself about gambling and money. It's just a lot. These stories can go on. I can do some chronicles about this gambling. So it all depends on what y'all want. If y'all want to hear it, if y'all interested in it, y'all let me know in the comments, and I'll give you some more volumes of this gambling stuff because like I said, it's a lot that I didn't touch on because it's just so much. I just want to get some of this out there to y'all because, like I say, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing in this is, man, I came through that stuff, man. I came through some deadly situations messing with that gambling, and I thank God for that because of the simple fact that I was living a super dangerous life and doing some crazy stuff, man. Doing my tour of duty, so to speak, you know, in hell. So yeah, man, it was just learning experience, and it was some hard lessons, but they were learning experiences to get me to know. Like now, I don't gamble. Even on the street, when I got I'm free to do these things because it's my choice. I still don't do it because I know what it entails and I know what comes with it. So when you know the score, it's up to you to know how to act and how to conduct yourself. So that's the blessing in this lesson, man. Learn something and apply it because knowledge without application is useless. It's useless. If you know something and you don't use it to your advantage, it's useless, man. Knowledge without application is useless. So that's the blessing, man, in this lesson, man. Just understand when you know something, man, use that to your benefit, man. Don't let it use you. I appreciate y'all out there, man. Please remember to subscribe, to share, to like this video, man. And keep on rolling with me. We're going to keep on moving. We're going to spread this positive energy all around the world. TBP, stand up. I love y'all out there. Salute to everybody who rock with me. I love you right back, man. And I remember, go check out the Team Bank Impairment Management page on Instagram. Go check me out on Instagram. We got a little things going on over there too. But if you a Team Bank Impairment member, if you see me anywhere in the streets, pull up on me. Or if you got any of my merchandise, take pictures of it and send it to me. I post all the pictures that I take with people and pictures that you send in with your merch on my merch. I post it all on Team Bank Impairment Management page. So you could go on Team Bank Impairment Management page and you will see people, TBP family that I met in the streets and they sent their pictures in. It's all posted over there. Plus you could get information on how to book me for speaking engagements or other events or merchandise. So check out the page. And until next time. Oh, and if we get like 2,000, we need to get these likes up. We get like 2,000 likes a piece for these videos. I'll do some more chronicles about this gambling stuff because like I told you, these stories are interesting and very, very it's very, very intriguing, man. And there's a lot more of these. It's just too many of them in my brain to bring up. I probably could do one of these every day. So it all depends on what y'all want to hear. If y'all down with it, let me know by the comments and the likes. I love y'all out there. Be safe, be smart, make good decisions. Until next time, I see you. Boom, boom.
The bacon special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's